This is Wiz. Now, what we're going to try and show you today is what I call developing the instincts. Now, when Wiz came in for training, she used to just straight line the sheep and go at them, ripping chunks out of them. And hopefully what we've got now is a dog which is thinking a little bit about what she's doing. And this is because we've started to develop what instincts she's got. And by that, what I mean is these dogs are born with instincts to chase, to herd and to kill. So what we have to do is we have to try to develop these instincts to what we require from them. That's by encouraging the good instincts and discouraging the bad instincts. So we're just letting Wiz have a bit of a runabout to start with, and you can see she's a nice distance off a sheep, and she's just using her own instinct to keep these sheep to me. It's also a part of this getting them to 12 o'clock. She's at 12 o'clock there on her own, stops and comes on. Now if I move to my left, she'll go off to her left again. And then if we stop, she maybe doesn't stop every time, but she adjusts herself. And this is all we're wanting to start with. This is all I want anyway. For the first few weeks, it doesn't really bother me if we don't start putting them on any commands or anything. What we've got to try to do is develop this instinct. Develop the instinct we want. Now, a lot of people start pushing the dogs out. They start forcing the dogs away from the sheep, because when you see what she does when she first gets introduced, when it's straight, they think that's what they have to do. This dog's had no pressure put on it to stay out off its sheep. This is its natural distance, its natural balance and its natural movements. So once we've got this working, this development of the instinct to where we want it, we can then start putting the commands on what the dog's doing. And it may be a long-winded way of doing it, but the dog understands then what's required of it. And this is why I don't get at them to start with. I let them get a little rid of a bit of that energy, and if she does come running in or comes in tight, I'll use the tone of my voice. You know, if she's coming in, I'll go, ah, ah, and you can see she's gone out already. Lie down, lie down. Now, that lie down comes on its own. A lot of the times, people say I'm wrong, but a lot of the times, I don't even teach a dog to lie down until it comes to sheep. Because when they get there, that point of balance, they naturally want to stop. So I would say lie down. I'd move right, away. Lie down. That's where it wants to stop, come by. So it understands. It understands it. It isn't trying to fight me. Lie down. Because we're still developing this instinct. So lie down. Walk on. Lie down. Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. And you see, as soon as we knock her off balance, she won't stop, because she's trying to hold each sheep to us. But it will eventually come. Lie down. And she's at the point of balance again, so she's perfectly happy to stop. Go left. She'll go, so come by. Lie down. Lie down. Good girl. Steady. Lie down. Steady. Lie down. So sometimes I can work these dogs without really saying much to them, apart from just a little growl every now and again and a shh to encourage the speed and to encourage them to come onto the sheep. You can see that little shush has come right fairly tight in. Lie down. Good girl. Steady. Lie down. Now this is after being here about 3 weeks, I think. So, and I'll try and tag a tape on her when she first came. And lie down. Again, I'm not having to shout at her now, because she understands what lie down means, and she understands that we've got them held. Come by. Come by. lie down, lie down. Good girl, Whiz. Whiz, Whiz. Come on, Whiz, Whiz. Lie down. So there we go. That's what I call developing the instinct. As I say, sometimes if a dog is so mad keen, so energetic, so full of itself, it can be 2, 3, 4 weeks even, sometimes longer, without really giving any commands, just letting them work themselves out, develop that instinct to herd and bring the sheep back to you, and discourage that one where they come in and try to have a kill. Then we can start putting commands of what the dog's doing. Lie down, and they understand it. And again, saying I ain't giving commands, that's a little bit wrong, because a command in a dog's way is my body language. So she's happy to stay there now until I put my left arm out and walk left, and she goes right round. Now I can't show you that because I've got the camera in my hand. Lie down, lie down. Again, if I go right, stick my right arm out, lie down. I think you got me in the shadow then. Lie down. So again, just stick my arm out, move left, off she goes. So they are commands in a way, they're just not verbal commands. Lie down. Lie down. Again, she's not at balance there. Lie down. So she didn't want to stop. Go work with the dog a little bit. Lie down. Lie down. So there we go, that's Whiz. And the initial training, which is what I call developing her instinct. So this is Reg. Reg is Whiz's litter mate, his brother. And I'm just going to do a very similar thing with him as we did with her. He's still on the line, so we have control. Off he goes, nicely, and around the sheep. And again, to start with, I let them cool down. Barking dogs. I let him cool down on his own. And you'll see now how we're starting to balance, and how we've started a fairly good job of developing what he's got. Again, you know, if I just go a little bit left on his own, he goes left. Turn and go right. Again, off he goes, right again. Now, I don't want it to be boring and keep repeating myself, but it is all repetition. Just doing this consistently and repeating the good bits, trying to discourage those bad bits. Now, at this stage, I still keep them on a line. It's always the best to be able to catch hold of them. The other thing I'm trying to do at this stage in a dog's training is not just develop that instinct, but I'm trying to get a bit of a bond with the dog. I'm trying to get the dog to like me. Now, a lot of the dogs that I train come from all over the country, from different backgrounds, different people, different breeding. So it's very important that I develop a bond with the dogs as well. Now, dogs don't like being forced in any kind of way. They certainly don't like a person being forced on them to try and make them like them. So again, I find the more they get out to sheep, the more of a bond we get, the more they want to work for me rather than fight against me. And I've got a dog or two that I can show you that you're probably a little bit further on in training, but they still think that I'm the bad guy who's stopping them from working, instead of thinking I'm the nice guy who's taking them to have a go. And that's what we try to get towards. Once we get that, it's surprising how easy the training starts to come on then. That bond is a major thing, and it's so important, because they aren't like tractors, motorbikes, cars, whatever. You don't just go and put a key in them and off they go. If you buy a trained dog, if he don't like you, he ain't going to work for you properly. Lie down. So again, we've worked him for almost 3 minutes, or allowed him to work for almost 3 minutes. You can see he's ready to take commands now. So walk on, lie down, come by. Just put my left arm out, come by, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down. Put my right arm out, Didn't even need to say anything or move even. He just moved off to his right. Come, lie down, come by. Now, both him and Wiz are actually starting to pick up the commands just from being quiet and calm with them. Lie down, come by. Now, I can shout just as much as the next man, but I still find, and I still say it's far better to start off very quietly, very calm. If you want your dog to work calm and cool, the only way you can get that, or the best way you can get that, is by being calm and cool yourself. Lie down, steady, lie down, steady, come on. So lie down. So just very quietly, over the last 3 weeks or so, we've taught him to go left, come by. We've taught him to go right, away, to lie down, and walk on, lie down. Now they're the very basics. Lie down. He does that for me more or less when he wants to do it at the moment, but eventually over the next month, 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer, he'll start to develop the instinct more, develop the bond more, and we'll get a working relationship where we're working together. Lie down, and that's what it's all about really. Lie down. It's not about winning trials and having the best dog in the world. It's having a dog that will work with you and for you. Lie down. And again, another thing that we're doing at this point, which I forgot to mention, is we're teaching the dog sheep sense. We're allowing him to learn for himself how much pressure he needs to put on the sheep to make them move, how far he needs to stay off them, and how tight he needs to get to them to create movement. And again, if he can teach himself it by us being sensible with him, he can stay with him a lot longer. Isn't that beautiful? Just stopped on his own. So I'll move off to my right again. Goes off quietly to his right. And off to his left. Just casually, nicely holding and balancing these sheep. Lie down. Again, I'm not bothered if he doesn't lie down. Lie down. As long as he stops. Lie down. We lie down. So there's Reg, brother to Wiz. They're only, well, I think they're still less than a year old. Lie down.